Good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel. Today's violin lesson is on Etude number 29 of the Opus 45 series by Wohlfahrt, a great master teacher. I love to always tell my students when we're working these etudes that you're not studying with me, you're studying with Maestro Wohlfahrt, and I'm explaining to you what Wohlfahrt's main emphasis is in these etudes, but you are studying with the great master himself. This etude is a bowing exercise. Obviously, we have 2 bows per bar all the way through, and it's a complicated, little bit complicated, not terribly, but you've got start with we have a quarter tied to a 16th, and then 4/16ths, and then the last up bow is on just for 4/16ths. So you got 2 beats, 1 bow down, one beat up bow. So that in itself poses a challenge for that part of our brain that's controlling the bow. Now, I always suggest to my students that at least, it's marked in the music, accent on the first beat of the measure. I always say, remember, do a little accent on the 3rd beat. You'll see as I play the piece for you why I'm doing this, to try to make clarity, because the way Wohlfahrt has written it, he's given us 2 of the same notes. In the first measure, we have 2 A's. The first A comes on the down bow, and then we start the next bow, up bow, on the same A. So give a little emphasis. You could exaggerate it to start with. You'll notice when I play it that I won't exaggerate it that much. This etude is deceptively difficult. What I'm doing with these etudes, I'm basically just sight reading. I mean, I've played them over the years, so I basically know them. But there'll be a little mistake here and there. I'm not worried about that. You know, if I wanted to get it perfect, I'd repeat it 2 or 3 times until I get it perfect. But in this case, I'm allowing a few mistakes to come on the videos. I don't feel it's a problem. And so this one I actually had to play twice because I had a couple of squeaky E strings. Can happen to anybody. And also there's a few unusual fingerings. For example, in measure 7, we start with an open D, and then that G sharp, I play with the 4th finger G sharp, then 1st finger B, and 3rd finger D. But then when I come back at the end of the measure, I play a 3rd finger G sharp. So I'm switching from 4 to 3, because the next note of measure 8, the first note of measure 8 is a C sharp, playing it with the 3rd finger. So I have the G sharp 3rd finger and the C sharp. So that's an example where it's a little bit complicated. First G sharp, 4th finger, 2nd G sharp, 3rd finger. As I go down, I noticed an unusual measure is measure 20, where we have that open E going to a G, which I play with the 1st finger, by the way, and then open. So that's a little bit challenging, just getting the bow stroke, because instead of just rolling across strings, you start that measure 20 on the D string, then 1 note of the A string, and then you got 2 notes on the E string, and then coming back the same way. Looking at measure 30, last note of measure 30, instead of a 3rd finger, I play a 4th finger. Same thing in 34. So all the rest of the piece is just a good challenge, and try to make it as accurate and consistent with rhythm, very even rhythm. It's not marked in the music. You can certainly do a retard as I do at the end of the piece. And notice you got a quarter note A to end the piece, so not too long, maybe a little bit longer because of the retard. All right, so enjoy playing this one. You'll soon be off to book 2, and that's when we start doing a lot of shiftings. In this book, book 1, almost entirely book 1, 1st position. Then as we get to 31 to 60, then we get 2nd and 3rd position included. So enjoy your Wohlfahrt study. Take care.